Really go down the rabbit hole with research like a lot of writers do. And one of the most popular questions I get asked as a historical novelist is, when do you know it's time to stop researching and start
Yeah.
writing a book? But I like to have a really firm groundwork of research underneath me before I start writing. I'm not a Mad Libs author, write the story and fill in the research after, because I feel as though the research and the time period really helps make the person who
Yeah.
you're narrating through. So, to give you an example, when I was writing my first book, I researched everything I could about the Holocaust, which basically took me 10 years. But I read everything I could get my hands on. I listened to German music. I watched German documentaries and movies from the time period. I dressed like my main character when I was writing it. She
Wow.
works in a baker. So for, 10 years while I was writing that book, I had a great Halloween costume as a German domestic. And I baked everything that appears in that novel, which is not a small feat because, as I said, it's set in a bakery. So I was like baking all the time.
Wow. You may be the first method writer I've ever met.
Yes, I love that term. I think that's so great. And the third novel has a restaurant in it named Masha's. And
Yeah.
I created a menu for Masha's. And I also like baked everything and cooked everything that was on that menu, which was the most delightful summer I ever spent. So I really go deep. And I love the sort of tactility of method research. I think it helps you put the reader really squarely in the physical experience of the characters.
That's really interesting.